Rainbow Ride has to be one of the most unforgiving levels in Super Mario 64. There are so many spots where you can fall off, and if you don't land on solid ground, you've got to start all over again. I was curious to see how good you could get at fully speedrunning the level Rainbow Ride with 24 hours of practice. So let me show you what my first attempt was like, and we'll compare that to how good I was after 24 hours of speedrunning practice. When I first started, I thought I had some pretty good ideas. Instead of taking the slow carpet ride right at the start, Mario did a long jump over to this pole here. Even though this was before I learned how to speedrun the level, I still wanted to make Mario go as quickly as possible to see what time I could get. And this is a part of my attempt where actual speedrunners of the game might laugh, but Mario made his way over to this carpet up here. Mario took this slow ride on this carpet up, making his way around the obstacles, and when he got up to here, he did a long jump to this next platform and started climbing up the pole. At the top of the pole, he had a little bit of trouble with where exactly he wanted to go, and he ends up on these blue bars eventually, which is nice because that's where we want to be. Mario jumps from one blue bar to the next, he lines up carefully, and he makes a nice long jump over to the ship, and he gets the first star at a time of about 1.5 minutes. Next, it is time for the 100 coin star, which is one of the scariest stars in this game for a lot of people. This time, we take the carpet ride off to the right at the start, because I know that there are some coins there, and I want to make sure that Mario can get at least 100 coins. After getting these coins near the start, we do a long jump back to where we started last time, and then one more long jump down to the pole that we jumped to before, and once we drop down from that pole, there are 5 coins that we can collect over here before we continue through the level to the swinging platform. There are some more coins on this swinging platform, so we can get those, and there are also coins on these falling bars here that we collect as we make our way across the level. We get to this platform with the Goomba here, and after taking out this Goomba, we are at 20 coins, and a long jump to the right brings our total up to 25 coins before we return safely back to where we were. At the top of this slope, we can get our total up to 30 coins, and then we long jump over to the pole, but I'm scared to bonk into the top part, so I pull back a bit, and we take some fall damage, and then we have to slowly climb up the pole. This part of the level with the spinning platforms after we make our way up the pole is a coin paradise, and we are already up to almost 50 coins by the time we are done here. It's also worth pointing out that I didn't try to defeat the Lakitu here, and the Lakitu does give several coins for defeating it. I only collected the coins in the coin rings that were on the ground before we continued down into the maze to the left. I tried defeating these bob-ombs for some extra coins, and after defeating the first bob-omb, the coin fell off the level, so I didn't get to take that one, but I did get the coin from defeating the second bob-omb, so that brought our total up to 47 coins. There's a blue coin switch near the maze as we make our way across to there, and you really want to collect the blue coins up high before they disappear, since blue coins are worth 5 coins each. They really add up. And that brings our total up to 77 coins, and we talk to the red bob-omb here to open the cannon for us. I figure that while I'm here, I should maybe collect some red coins, so I make my way into the maze, struggling to do so, collecting a few red coins, bringing our total up to 85 coins, so only 15 more coins are needed. We're going to want to head up to the big house in the sky after getting the 100 coin star, so I head on back to this carpet over here again to make our way up the level. After the carpet brings us up here, I choose the carpet on the right to continue up to the big house in the sky, and the Lakitu almost snipes us off with this spiny throw, but we can make it up safely and we can ride along on the carpet, making our way towards the big house in the sky. There are a few coins to collect on the ground here once we're inside this house, and the carpet leaves the house again as we continue to ride on it. Up here, we make some careful jumps, making sure that we don't fall off the carpet so that we don't have to start again from the very beginning after making all this progress. We collect some coins, and then these last 5 coins are more than enough, so the 100 coin star spawns for us. We are just over 7 minutes into the run so far. We take the carpet up to the very top, and we collect the star at the top of the house, and I remember breathing a sigh of relief here because I always thought that the 100 coin star in Rainbow Ride was one of the hardest stars in the game. For the next star, the beginning part was exactly the same as the first star, where you go and you make your way onto the ship, but instead of getting the same star again, you go into the cannon and you want to shoot onto a distant island. But there was a big problem here. When I got up here, I didn't make it onto the ship, and Mario fell. So Mario had to climb all the way back up, and when he made it back up again, he didn't make it again, and he actually got burned, fell off, and lost a life. Both of those falls were pretty big time losses that cost about 2 minutes, But eventually, Mario made the ledge grab before the ship successfully, he climbed up and he long jumped onto the ship where he was finally safe. He ran towards the back of the ship in the sky, which is where the cannon was, and as he made his way into the cannon, he was getting ready to fire himself out of the cannon to the distant island where the star was. After some careful aiming, trying to line up with the pole on the island so that Mario could grab the pole without falling off the island, Mario fires and he makes it to the island. He drops down from the pole and makes his way over to the box where he gets the star that is on the island. The next star in the level was a star that ended up becoming one of my favorite speedrun strategies in the game, tricky triangles. The way that I first went about this was probably pretty close to the intended strategy. I wasn't using any huge speedrun skips or anything yet. The goal of this star is to hit a switch that turns these slippery triangles temporarily into platforms that you can walk on. If you're too slow like I was, then you'll have to step onto the switch again or risk sliding off the triangles and falling off the level. When I hit the switch the second time, I made my way up to the star and it has now been almost 14 minutes and only 2 stars are left. 8 red coins in the maze was the next star that I was going for, and I had no idea what an efficient way of going through the maze was. At one point, I got burned and luckily I didn't fall off the level somehow. I made my way up and around the maze, collecting the red coins without a specific route in mind, but eventually getting all of them, and only 1 star remained after getting this star. The way that I went for the final star, swinging in the breeze, is probably the closest to the intended strategy. I made my way across to the sloped part here, and once I climbed up the sloped part, I rode along the swinging platform, jumped over the fire, and got the final star with a total time of just under 17 minutes to complete the level and get all of the stars here. Now, it was time to spend 24 hours getting as fast as I could. The first strategy that I learned was getting up to the level in a faster way. You do a jump kick, a double jump, and then a triple jump into the spinning platforms that you do a wall kick off of, and suddenly, you're up here. This might look really impressive if you've never seen this before, and you do fail a lot when you're first starting, but this becomes super easy once you've practiced this for a few hours, and you get it very consistently since you'll be doing this for many stars in this level. There are a few things that you can do once you're up here. You might remember that we originally took the carpet up to the ship, but instead, we have a different way of getting up to the ship in the sky. We'll dive along here and we'll do wall kicks up to the top part of the maze with the red coins. At the top part here, you can do a long jump and wall kick into the back wall and hold to the side just right, and you'll actually go high enough to be able to ledge grab here and get on top of the maze. From this falling platform, you can do a long jump off the very edge of it if you're on the very side of it, wall kick off of these 2 platforms to land up here, and this is probably one of the hardest parts. It is so easy to mess this up. After that, you long jump across straight to the right and hopefully ledge grab here. Hopefully you're not too high and not too low. If your long jump takes you too high, you'll bonk into this top part and fall down, and if it's too low, you can do a wall kick off this part and recover by holding to the right and falling onto the carpets. This is something that I still sometimes mess up, but I actually saw a Mario 64 speedrunner named Squeaks do a slightly different strategy that made me get this long jump successfully a lot more consistently. And he's also one of the funniest guys on Twitch. It is definitely worth checking him out. So after you make your long jump to the ledge grab here, you'll want to jump up, and then you long jump over to the ship and grab the star. If all this is done well, then it can take a bit under 30 seconds to get the first star. In the 100 coin star, we start by jumping down this way and collecting the coins down here. We also collect the coins on the swinging platform here, and one interesting difference is that we now do a wall kick here to continue past the level, and we don't go for the few coins that are off farther to the left, and we also don't worry about the 1 coin from this Goomba here. We keep collecting coins, we make our way up the slope just like before, and we long jump over to the pole, being careful to not bonk on the top part. And once we climb up the pole, with a nicely timed triple jump and ground pound, you can take out the Lakitu almost right away instead of chasing after it, hopefully getting its coins. We collect all of the coins in this coin haven area with the spinning platforms, and we do a really cool triple jump, wall kick, ledge grab to make our way into the maze here. I get a few of the red coins along the top here to get my total up to 50 coins, and then we drop down to the very important blue coin switch. Just like before, we're obviously going to go for all of the blue coins, and we'll talk to the red bob-omb to open the cannon. We'll climb above the maze using a long jump wall kick just like before, and this time, we'll do a long jump over to the carpet that brings you to the big house in the sky, collecting all of the coins along the way. On the Nintendo 64 version of this game, there's some benefit to top-level speedrunners of this game to manipulate the camera in specific ways in specific places to make the game lag less and save some fractions of a second, but I am very far from being a top-level runner of this game, so I just did this part of the level normally how I was doing it before. And these last 5 coins are the last 5 that we need for the 100 coin star, and then we ride the carpet up to the top, and we collect the big house in the sky star, and we can see that we are doing a lot faster than before now that we have some practice, and now that we have a route and speedrunning strategies in mind. The next star is somewhere over the rainbow, where we head up to the ship again, and then we shoot out of the cannon to the distant island. Everything was going fine up until I reached the very top, and this is a great opportunity to show a nice backup. I missed the wall kicks here, and luckily I still landed on the carpets, so I was able to make my way across the carpets and then climb up the pole. From the pole, you can jump onto these blue bars, and from there you can make your way onto the ship, and it is a lot less scary to do this after you've put a lot of hours into this and you're familiar with how these jumps work. You can sometimes do a cool side flip and dive at the right moment to make it straight into the cannon, but you'll want to be careful if you mess this up because you might almost fall off if you do that. When it comes to lining up the cannon shot, this time instead of aiming at the pole, I try to make the bottom triangle line up roughly with this purple part of the rainbow ring, and you can use that as a guide to land on the floor of the island after being shot out of the cannon, so it takes less time to get to the box than aiming at the pole, and you can get the star more quickly. And next up has to be one of my favorite stars of all. We have tricky triangles. We have the same start with the triple jump wall kick to get up here, and then we do 2 long jumps here at a nice angle, and you can just reach these falling platforms with a ledge grab. You jump over the slope, slide down, then you do a jump dive, roll out over the flame, which looks scary, and sometimes you do get burned if you do this incorrectly, and then you dive onto the switch, and the way you make your way up these triangles is just so satisfying. This has to be one of my favorite stars to speedrun. For the 8 red coin star, we make our way into the maze the same way that we did for the 100 coin star with the triple jump wall kick ledge grab, but now we actually have a strategy in place for how we are going to collect the red coins, and we follow an efficient path. And after you get the 7th red coin here, you kick this wall and that pushes you back, then you jump, and as you're falling backwards with momentum, you do another kick and go forwards onto the platform with the final red coin, and you get ready to get the star, which you can just drop down to the right and get. And with that, there's only 1 star left, swinging in the breeze. We drop down to the side with a long jump for this star, and we get ready to continue across on this first swinging platform. As it starts coming up, we do a triple jump up, we long jump across, you do a wall kick up, and in typical 500 IQ play fashion, we do a triple jump off this stone thing that spits fire, which is super easy to slip off of, by the way, onto the top platform here with the star, getting the final star. There are faster strategies for getting all of these stars. All the strategies that I use here were just beginner strategies, because I did try some of the more intermediate and advanced strategies, but they were so difficult that even with 24 hours of total practice, I'm still not anywhere near being good enough to pull them off consistently yet. My thoughts on how this went was I'm super happy with the outcome of this. An important takeaway whenever I do any of these videos is that with deliberate time and effort put into something, you can get so much better at it no matter what it is. And I hope that maybe this can help give a better appreciation for the time and effort that top-level speedrunners of this game put into what they do. Their dedication is admirable. In 24 hours, I was able to drop my time from about 17 minutes to just over 7 minutes. And using these same strategies, if I played a bit better and I didn't make as many mistakes, I'd be able to get below 7 minutes using these same strategies without having to learn any new strategies. Meanwhile, Paracuja holds the world record for Rainbow Ride with a time of 5 minutes and 41 seconds, which is seriously impressive. I originally did this challenge about half a year ago, and I've uploaded a few videos like this already, but my video editing skills have gotten a lot better since then, so I really wanted to remake this video. So I'm wishing all of you an amazing day ahead of you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and take care, everybody.